What's going on, guys? I'm Journey, back again with a thoughts video, this time on Chrono Cross. Well, this is my favorite RPG of all time. I probably don't need to do anything more than this, but you know what? I'm gonna do it just because. Why? Because I'm Journey, baby. This is what I do. That's what I do. You start off with a guy named Surge, and you are after somebody. It's literally a dream kind of sequence. Will you be able to come out of the dream? You're then tasked with collecting some things to get to a beach. Then a tidal wave happens, and you find yourself somewhere else. Very familiar, but somewhere else. This is Chrono Cross. The best way I could sum it up, without going extra crazy. Now, unlike its predecessor, Chrono Trigger, this one you only really travel between two worlds: home world and another world. But we'll get into matter of fact, I ain't gonna get to it. You'll find out because it's such an amazing game. I love it. Still features tech skills, specific skills that are present to specific character, like Surge, dash and slash, flying arrow, luminaire, Fargo, who's one of my favorite characters, pilfer, cannonball, invincible. One of the dopest tech skills, period, that you'll ever find. But yeah, the story spans between two worlds, but it goes even further than that. And this one, it's a trip. It can make you feel joy, it can make you feel sadness, and sometimes it can piss you off, right? Not a crazy out of control story, but it also can get a little complicated with the addition of a certain enemy that you do fight from the previous game. Still, it's like finding an encyclopedia book of Britannica that has an entry on this one specific enemy that's just it's there, and we have to deal with it eventually at some point. You meet a bunch of different colorful characters. One of them comes from outer space. One of them comes from outer space, man. I'm telling you, one of them is a freaking mushroom. So yeah, like you'll meet some very colorful characters here as well. The only difference is it's a bunch. And because it's such a lot of characters, over 40 characters to acquire and get, you can't get them all in one playthrough. So you have to play it multiple times. But you can't, especially for something that was on the PS1, you can't find a way to incorporate a meaty story for every single person. Unlike how it was with its predecessor, where there was a much smaller number. But you could at least put more focus. So it all depends. I'm more of a Chrono Cross person. I love it. So you also have new elements in play, where it's like the field effect. It is a grid that shows you within the base of 3. It's like a circle and it branches out. Whatever skill you use associated by element. So unlike the original, this one has light, dark, red, blue. You can take red as fire and you can take blue as water. Green, yellow. You can take green as grass or yellow as thunder. It's up to you. But each color is strong against each other and weak against each other. So you could think of them as an offset. White is strong against black, black is strong against white. It kind of works that way. But the field effect, summoning works entirely different compared to something like Final Fantasy, for instance, where you can just select what you want and it will just happen. This one, you have to first, whatever element your character has to summon on. It has to be, so for instance, Surge can use Saints very late in the game. It's a little bit small, but it's nothing crazy. Saints is white element. So your field effect has to be white. You have to use 3 skills that are the white color element in succession without interruption from any other element. And then you still have to get your your meter up. Your meter up that has it's on a base. It's kind of like on this like little grid. So you got your level 1 all the way up to level 8. And Saints is like level 8. You get level 8 much like a little bit later in the game, but you have to get it up all while you're trying to keep your field effect the same, and then you can cast your summon. They do big damage, but it's still a process, and it's the same for every element. So you have to keep that in mind when you're going off and playing this game. There are ways to do it, but at the same time, it's still kind of RNG because the enemy will come based on their element and do their own color, which then will break the field. So, mind you, the field has to be the same color as the summon, plus the character has to be the same color. It sounds complicated, but it's pretty simple when you get into it, right? The music is amazing. The music is amazing. I haven't got bored ever, and I play it so many times. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's scrumptious. It's amazing. The combat is still turn-based, which still makes me happy. But you still get levels. So you get level 1, level 2, level 3. If you're a fan of fighters, think low punch, mid punch, high punch. Third being high punch. But the lower tier you go, the lower your accuracy is. So if you do your number ones will either be 97, 98% that you can hit. So the more you use your one, the higher the lower tiers will go. But you only have so much energy to use them, so you have to be cautious and mindful of how you go about that approach. So it's another element they throw in to keep you on your toes, which personally I love. It's just a lot of times when you play Chrono Cross, even though you sit at 82% or 85 and maybe even 87, you'll find that your enemies are dodging quite often. So yeah, there's that too. One of the knocks that I can have for this game is because they have so many characters that you will never get an experience that you can, okay, I love this one character. I want to find out more about this character. I want to do side quests with it. Not happening. You get your character endings, and there's a lot. Trust me, there's a lot. So you'll be playing the game a lot to go through it. But they did make ways that you'll be able to experience those a little bit faster, especially on a thing like a New Game Plus, which barely, if it ever all was ever featured in Final Fantasy, is one of the reasons why I can easily come back and keep playing it, because you don't have to stress yourself over. You enjoy your experience the way how you want to. Love Chrono Cross, baby. It is amazing. What in the world else can I describe about this? What is color? The characters, the music, the story is just, I mean, for me, it's a classic. And gameplay, everything. I never thought when I first picked this up. Mind you, games at the time was $39.99. Now we in some times, baby, like $59.99 a pop for brand new games. But I get, but sometimes I play a game like Chrono Cross and I want to go backwards. I ain't going front. I want to go backwards. This is amazing. There should be more ways to play. There's no way this should not get remade. This and Chrono Trigger needs to get remade, needs to get done. There's no reason why in the Chrono series there's only 2 games. This is my favorite RPG of all time. Go out and go get it. This is my thoughts on Chrono Cross. Hope to see y'all guys on the next one. Catch me up on Twitch. Y'all know where to find me. Let me know if you can follow me on YouTube. You just holla at a brother. Catch y'all on the next one. And go get this game.